Hi everyone, I'm Lauren, manager of the Global Pre-Sales team at the Cloud Technology Center, Megazone Cloud. Thank you for interest in Reconnect 2025. Before we begin, let me briefly introduce Megazone Cloud. In November 2024, Megazone Cloud was selected as the only Korean partner of AWS's Generative AI Partner Innovation Alliance, which helps businesses create value through generative AI. Out of AWS's 130,000 global partners, only 9 companies are part of this alliance. Megazone Cloud is dedicated to helping customers easily integrate and efficiently operate Gen AI in their businesses. With a team of over 2,800 cloud experts, Megazone Cloud and its affiliates became the first unicorn company in the Korean cloud MSP industry, achieving sales of 1.5 trillion won in 2023. In addition to our operations in Korea, we have local subsidiaries in 8 countries: the United States, Japan, Canada, Australia, China, Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Singapore. As the only AWS Global GenAI partner in Korea, Megazone Cloud has always worked hard to stay up to date with the latest IT and cloud technologies to provide the best services to our customers. For AWS re:Invent 2024, our tech experts visited Las Vegas in December and shared their insights through tech blogs. From these, we picked some key sessions and put together a recap webinar to share the latest technology trends and directions in more depth. So, what are the key topics Megazone Cloud focused on? First, AWS Backup has introduced key enhancements at re:Invent, categorized into cloud-native backups, ransomware protection, and platform improvements. Notably, existing Aurora Restore testing has been extended, enabling proactive verification of the recovery process for RITR, Recovery in Time Restore, and EBS snapshot archives. Additionally, with the logically air-gapped vault, immutable backups can now be securely stored, safeguarding data against ransomware threats. Finally, cross-account and cross-region backup functionality has been expanded to include Cipena, Neptune, and specific S3 use cases, further broadening its applicability. Next is Amazon EKS. With Amazon EKS Auto Mode, you no longer need to deploy node groups beforehand. When you deploy an app, EKS automatically provisions the optimal compute instances for your workload. It also continuously optimizes compute resources to reduce costs. Additionally, frequent EKS cluster upgrades are now simplified. Upgrading the cluster version automatically upgrades the node group as well, significantly reducing operational effort. The add-ons integration with EKS Pod Identity feature resolves the inconvenience of separately configuring permissions for AWS resources and EKS. Now, permissions for pods accessing AWS resources can be managed uniformly via the AWS API, streamlining the processes. Kubernetes typically provides role-based access control, RBAC, for setting permissions, but it only allows permissions and next options for denier or conditional policies. To address this, AWS has introduced CEDAR, an open source policy language. CEDAR as support for deny policies and conditions while enabling attribute and label-based access control. Finally, enhanced control plane observability now offers metrics and dashboards for the control plane at no additional cost. This feature helps you quickly detect and resolve issues in your workloads and provides deeper insights into your Kubernetes environment. You can also gather more data through Prometheus endpoints, including metrics from the Kube Controller Manager and Kube Scheduler, enhancing visibility and troubleshooting capabilities. Amazon VPC Lattice is a newly introduced networking connectivity service by AWS, alongside VPC peering and Transit Gateway. It reduces the complexity of existing network configurations while enabling more flexible and scalable network architectures. In other words, it supports HTTP and HTTPS in the form of a VPC-level reverse proxy service. While the reverse proxy for the internet is ELB, Amazon VPC Lattice has a structure that connects across VPCs. Additionally, a wildcard TLS certificate corresponding to the default DNS name is provided by default for HTTPS communication. Additionally, service discovery simplifies the process of connecting applications and services, making it easy to locate and integrate new services or resources. This enables communication across multiple AWS accounts and VPCs, providing seamless connectivity in multi-account and multi-VPC environments. Next, let's explore what's new in Amazon Q, particularly Amazon Q Developer and Amazon Q Business. Amazon Q Developer is a GenAI designed for development tasks, assisting developers and IT professionals with activities such as application coding, testing, upgrades, error diagnosis, security scanning and remediation, and AWS resource optimization. Meanwhile, Amazon Q Business focuses on enterprise use, enabling users to answer data-driven questions, summarize information, generate content, and complete tasks securely. Recently, Amazon Q Business has been enhanced with new features. The addition of new connectors allows Amazon Q Business to integrate with an even broader range of enterprise applications. Previously, compatible with platforms like Salesforce, Jira, ServiceNow, and Zendesk, it now also supports applications such as Confluence and Google Calendar, offering over 50 actionable integrations. Additionally, with expanded support for databases and data warehouse analytics, along with seamless integration with Amazon QuickSight, Amazon Q Business now provides robust BI capabilities. It also includes a new feature for interpreting visual elements and tables within documents enabling data extraction and analysis from formats such as PDFs, Word, HTML, Excel, CSV, and Smartsheet. Lastly, a browser extension is now available for Chrome, Microsoft Edge, and Firefox, simplifying its usage. This enhancement makes tasks like drafting weekly reports based on activity much more efficient. AutoShift is a feature that detects issues in specific availability zones and redistributes traffic accordingly. AWS offers this functionality through the Zoner Shift feature in the Application Recovery Controller, which can be triggered automatically or manually. Previously, the idle timeout for the Network Load Balancer, NLB, was fixed at 60 seconds with no option for adjustment. Now, the timeout can be customized ranging from 60 seconds to 6,000 seconds, 100 minutes, based on needs. This flexibility allows applications with longer idle time requirements to maintain sessions without additional maintenance while using NLB. The Load Balancer Capacity Unit, LCU, measures resource usage for ELB, Elastic Load Balancer, based on factors such as traffic, connections, and requests. AWS has introduced a new capacity reservation feature, enabling the reservation of LCU capacity in advance to meet expected traffic demands. For example, if a large-scale event is planned, capacity can be reserved to handle traffic surges, ensuring uninterrupted service. After the event, the capacity automatically scales down, providing cost savings. This feature is currently available for NLB and ALB, with future support planned for GWLB, Gateway Load Balancer. The gRPC protocol is an open-source framework that enables bidirectional communication between clients and servers over HTTP2. Previously, gRPC could not be used through CloudFront, but with this new feature, it can now be applied to the backend via CloudFront. This allows client applications to send requests to gRPC origins, reducing latency between the client and the API. Additionally, CloudFront's support for gRPC enables the use of AWS WAF rules for HTTP header validation and AWS Shield standard for DDoS protection, providing enhanced security through edge locations. CloudFront also now allows resources inside the VPC to be specified as origins. Previously, only resources with public IPs, such as ELBs and EC2 instances, were supported. With the VPC origin feature, ELBs and EC2 instances in private subnets can now be used as origins, simplifying traffic management by allowing only CloudFront IPs in security groups. Additionally, Anycast IPs are now supported, allowing edge locations to register with a fixed IP, offering consistency globally. This enables easier management of IPs or traffic, especially when a fixed IP is needed for firewall configurations. Amazon EKS hybrid nodes allows on-premise servers to be added as worker nodes to AWS managed EKS control plane. It also supports a mixed setup where both cloud and on-premises nodes are used together. Just like with EKS, you can apply version updates, and pods running on hybrid nodes can easily authenticate it with AWS services using IRSA IAM roles for service accounts and EKS pod's identity. To help manage hybrid nodes efficiently, AWS provides the Nodism CLI tool. This tool simplifies installing the necessary components to make hybrid nodes work as Kubernetes worker nodes and register them as EKS worker nodes. AWS also provides various observability tools to monitor the system. In short, Amazon EKS hybrid nodes let you manage the control plane with AWS while integrating Kubernetes across both cloud and on-premises environments, improving operational efficiency. For example, you can use GPUs purchased on-premises in the same cluster as cloud-based workloads. This is also useful for businesses that need to store sensitive data on-premises to meet regulatory requirements. Industries like manufacturing or media streaming, which have servers in different locations, may find this feature helpful. In terms of cost, you're only charged for nodes that they are connected to the control plane, so you can manage costs by adjusting the number of active nodes. Now, let's look at the GenAI troubleshooting feature in Glue. When configuring a Spark job, errors can occur. With this update, GenAI not only assists with code generation, but also helps analyze the root cause of job failure. By analyzing metadata, metrics, and logs related to the job, it identifies the cause of the failure and provides troubleshooting recommendations. AWS Glue 5.0 has also been recently released. Glue is a data processing service based on the Apache Spark engine, designed to help process large datasets and perform ETL tasks easily. Glue 5.0 uses an AWS-managed Spark runtime, offering a significant performance boost. It runs 3.9 times faster than open-source Spark, making it 32% faster and 22% more cost-efficient compared to AWS Glue 4.0. Lastly, Trino, distributed SQL query engine that efficiently processes large datasets, is used as the query engine in Athena. With the latest upgrade, it now offers performance 2.7 times higher than the open source version. Chaos engineering is a method used to test a system's reliability by intentionally causing disruptions. This can include introducing delays, limiting resources, or blocking traffic to see if problems like failure, propagation, or retry storms occur. It can also involve testing for security vulnerabilities at the code level by simulating attacks. Despite these tests, the system must always remain stable. Reproducing these scenarios individually can be difficult and risky. That's why AWS's Failure Injection Simulator, FIS, is a managed chaos engineering service that helps easily test system stability by simulating realistic issues like network disconnection, increased CPU load, or insufficient disk space. FIS integrates with AWS services to trigger these issues and safely test your system. It also provides safety mechanisms to minimize impact on real customers, allowing experiments to be conducted sequentially or in parallel. Using such a service to check your system stability is a powerful tool. AWS CloudWatch Synthetic Monitor is a tool that allows you to periodically check network segments based on TCP and ICMP, visualize the data, and monitor it using network metrics. One of its advantages is that it does not require running instances or Lambda functions for checks, as it only requires selecting a subnet within a VPC as a network source. The protocols used by a synthetic monitor for network checks are TCP and ICMP, and it supports both IPv4 and IPv6. The available packet size range from 56 bytes to 8,500 bytes. The checks are performed using probes. Each probe creates 2 ENIs per subnet and sends packets at a range of 5 PPS packets per second per ENI. This allows you to check the communication status of the entire end-to-end segment from the VPC subnet to the on-premises destination. Function calls were initially introduced where user queries and function lists were all included in a single prompt for model invocation. This led to issues such as hallucinations, prompt injection attack vulnerabilities, token overflow, and orchestrating problems during process handling in large language models, LLMs. To address these, tool use was introduced. Tool use separates the user query from the system prompt and uses specific syntax to reduce hallucinations and prevent prompt injections. Additionally, LLMs can learn tool use and automatically utilize tools when necessary, which helps avoid an increase in token count. Finally, the use of stop tokens ensures a consistent response format, solving the orchestration issue between processes. Bedrock agents operate through a region action framework, which integrates reasoning and actions to solve problems. When a user request comes in, the model determines the necessary tools via reasoning, and an orchestrator carries out these tools and sends the result back to the model. This process repeats, and once no further use of tools is needed, the model generates the final answer. As a result, this approach allows for continuous planning and refinement of the process, providing high resilience and reliability. However, repeated calls to tools and models can lead to increased latency, so it is crucial to use them carefully and efficiently. AWS introduced powerful tools for mitigating DDoS attacks. Amazon Shield is a primary defense against DDoS attacks. Shield standard is included at no extra cost and automatically blocks common DDoS attacks targeting major AWS services like CloudFront and ALB. For advanced protection, Shield Advanced offers real-time monitoring, support from a dedicated response team, and safeguards against cost spikes due to attacks. Amazon CloudFront uses its globally distributed edge network to absorb and spread out DDoS traffic. This helps protect the application's origin server and ensures fast and reliable content delivery. AWS WAF filters harmful requests before they reach web applications. Custom rules can be set to block attack types like SQL injection and cross-site scripting, improving application-level security. ELB distributes large amounts of traffic across multiple servers to prevent overloading. Even during traffic spikes caused by attacks, ELB handles the loads and keeps the application available. In summary, AWS offers a layered defense for DDoS attacks. Amazon Shield provides basic protection. CloudFront and ELB handle traffic distribution, and WAF strengthens application security. This ensures that applications stay stable during DDoS attack. SageMaker has now been rebranded as SageMaker AI, not just a name change, but with a range of new features. SageMaker Unified Studio acts as a shared workspace, allowing users to create and manage projects, collaborate with team members, and efficiently carry out data operations and machine learning model development. It also integrates data processing services like EMR, Glue, Athena, MWAA, and Redshift, along with Bedrock for GenAI, into a unified solution. The next major update is the introduction of Amazon SageMaker HyperPod Task Governance. SageMaker HyperPod is an infrastructure designed for large-scale distributed training, delivering an impressive performance that can reduce training time by up to 40%. With the addition of task governance, model training and inference tasks can now be managed and optimized centrally. AWS Console now provides visual monitoring of these tasks, previously done with a separate tool like Grafana, displaying key metrics such as CPU, GPU usage, task allocation, execution, and wait times. Amazon SageMaker Lakehouse integrates Amazon S3 Data Lake and Amazon Redshift Data Warehouse, providing a single data access layer. It simplifies data integration from popular applications like Salesforce and SAP, supports federation queries for connecting with external sources like BigQuery and Snowflake, and offers Apache Iceberg compatibility. For flexible data utilization with any engine or framework that supports Iceberg. With these features, SageMaker Lakehouse solves data silo issues and provides a powerful foundation for data analysis and machine learning, enabling organizations to make faster, data-driven decisions. Additionally, Amazon Q can now be leveraged across SageMaker workflows, allowing for AI-powered assistance to streamline tasks and increase efficiency. All these features are designed around integrated governance and data lakes, enabling the design and execution of data processing pipelines without the hassle of switching between multiple services. Partner AI app integration are also enhanced. While the previous SageMaker mostly relied on AWS tools like JupyterLab, Code Editor, and MLflow, SageMaker AI now supports a broader range of third-party AI tools such as Comet, DeepChecks, Fiddler, and Lakera. This integration enables users to build diverse workflows and seamlessly incorporate their existing tools. SageMaker AI has undergone a complete transformation, not just in name, but in functionality and usability. Make sure to take advantage of these changes to further enhance your AI/ML workflows. In addition to the highlights presented through Keynote, I'd like to conclude by focusing on hardware infrastructure that supports all these services. The Tempe-10U network supports Ultra Server, Trainium 2, and NVIDIA-based clusters, providing terabyte-scale capacity and sub-10 microsecond latency across thousands of servers. Its ultra-parallel architecture and flexible design allow it to scale from a few racks to multiple data centers. Innovations such as trunk connectors and Firefly optic plugs have resolved cable connection issues, ensuring high speed and low latency performance. Additionally, the scalable intent-driven routing CIDR reduces failure response times to under 1 second, offering 10 times faster performance than existing networks. From core innovations like Nitro, Graviton, and storage services to infrastructure technologies developed for large-scale AI services, such as NeuronLink, Trainium Interconnect, Trainium 2, and Ultra Server, AWS continues to innovate and invest. Amazon Cloud is also excited to see what comes next. Today, I've provided a summary of the Reconnect 2025 agenda presented by Amazon Cloud. By any chance, did you miss this year's webinar? If you'd like to learn more about Amazon Cloud or arrange a private seminar, feel free to reach out to one of our local offices around the world. Whether your business operates in the United States, Japan, Canada, Australia, China, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Singapore, or any other market, remember that Amazon Cloud is always here to support you. Thank you everyone for watching this video until the end. We'll see you again with more great content. Bye-bye.